What kind of a bump do you get? I think it's pretty realistic to say 10 to 20% of a bump in sales. Some people say, you know, it's 50%. They see a massive increase. Hello everybody, welcome back to the Commonwealth cabin. Welcome back to Commonwealth Flipper. I got Sophie with me. So Sophie's in here, which I ought to tell you, it's not the typical time that I film. It's the morning time. I usually film in the afternoon. I get everything ready to go, and I take the stuff to the post office. Look, I even see the chickens out, Reagan's out, Pepper's out there. It's the morning. And there's a reason why I'm doing that. It's because I'm leaving for a couple of days. I mentioned that the other day, but I really screwed something up that cost me, I think, well, I don't know about long term, but it cost me some sales today. Actually, we have far fewer sales today than we typically have. I sold, I think, $300 worth of stuff yesterday, and so far today, only $25 worth of stuff. So pretty low day in sales, but the reason is pretty simple. I put the store on time away, and I put the wrong date in it. I put it in for yesterday morning instead of today. I'm like, why is there no sales? And then I look at it, and most of the sales are to viewers, because most people who aren't viewers are going to look at that and like, I'm not waiting a week for that thing, or 5 days, or however long it is. So we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about Q4 today, too, and give you some Q4 tips, and have you old pros give some Q4 tips below. Let's take a look. Somebody says she just has to be in the video today, don't you? Well, we're going to find some stuff here to sell, but I doubt you're going to last long in here today, is my feeling. So we'll see. There's one sale I want to show you really quick that I forgot about because it didn't happen on eBay. I think I got an Instagram message about this. I got a few, and there were so few sales, I'm like, yeah, what the heck, we'll do it, right? I was going to list these things in the next day or two anyways, and I had them hung up in the queue in there to get the pictures taken next. I'm like, all right, I typically don't do that, because I can't keep stuff straight, and then I forget I gotta ship something, and if they're all on eBay, it's easier for me to keep up with them. But I'm like, yeah, we'll go ahead and do it. So this one went to a viewer, obviously, and I didn't post it on Instagram. Somebody watched the video, and I get this a lot, and I usually just say, hey, I haven't listed it yet. They'll be on eBay soon. But this one right here went to, it's Papo was the name on Instagram, I think is what it was, and Crystal was the name I saw on the PayPal. You offered a little bit more than we settled on just because the condition of the vest isn't great. It needs some cleaning, which I was going to do, but I haven't had a chance to yet. So hopefully that comes out for you. Maybe I'll throw a sticker, an extra sticker or two in for you, because I saved the money not having to pay the eBay fees. Few fees here on PayPal, but not too many. 120 bucks, free ship, and I think it's headed to New York. It's pretty good. The jacket's in pretty good shape. I don't see any major flaws there. There are some staining issues. Let's see, on the back and see that right there? Pointed them out in the video, but that is a cool vintage vest. This is going out for 120 bucks, and it came just the high on the hog sale. So after we throw that in, I'm going to say 100 bucks, because after PayPal fees and shipping, it's probably more like 105 actually. But we're going to say 100. $165 on the high on the hog sale, so $5 short of breaking even on that. So thank you very much for that. I appreciate it. It is Q4, or it's just about Q4. You know, one thing nobody ever told me about going full-time is you don't know what the day is half the time. You know, it used to be, you know, go to school, it's Monday, Tuesday, Friday, everybody's happy it's Friday. Now it's like, what day is it again? Unless it's like a garage sale day or Sunday, I've got no idea what the heck is going on half the time. But I do know that it is Q4. Q4 is upon us. Depending on when this video airs, I got everything messed up because I'm going on a little vacation here for 2 days and then coming back and doing 2 more days, and I've probably done that by the time you see this. Is this it? Here, I think this one is it. It's a double. I love picking up these banners, the vintage ones, the sewn ones. I just like it as opposed to the ones that are printed. And I'm going to show you this like up here or somewhere, and maybe here, look, I'll film it over here so you can look at it, so I don't have to unwrap this. And this went to a viewer as well. I think over half of the sales were to viewers, just because they were willing to buy some when the store's on sale, I guess. I don't know, but I'm shipping it out before I leave. So at any rate, this one went to a viewer, and I'm going to tell you, it's $14 plus shipping for this, and I probably paid $1 a piece. I just can't resist buying these old ones. I don't know why, but I just can't. They're just cool, and people love them, and they're really expensive in store. I mean, you can pay 30 bucks for this stuff a lot of times. Let me read the message. These will be great for my Christmas flag collection. They will be hanging at my new home in Bandon, Oregon. Awesome. Beautiful up there. Love, love it, love it. Love Oregon. One of my favorite places is the Oregon coast. I also like going up to Bend. So on the road up from Eugene to Bend. It's just gorgeous. Love it. I'm a longtime viewer. Enjoy your videos every week. Thanks, Julia. So, Julia, thank you. I do appreciate it, and I hope you enjoy them. And that reminds me of something that I want to talk about. There's a few Q4 things I want to talk about today. But the first things that start to sell are the decor. So they should already be selling. If you're trying to choose between what you should list first because of time, choose the decor stuff and do it right now, and then the gift stuff later. And that's the other thing. People think about certain things being gifts, but the reality is, like, I try to give gifts that people really enjoy, collect. They don't have to be new. They could be used. They could be things from their childhood. And so things that you might not think of as gifts can actually be gifts and sell really well during Q4 as well. So, like electronics, somebody might want an old VCR. You think, well, what's an old VCR as a Christmas gift? Yeah, a lot of people would do something like that. So electronics will sell, all kinds of stuff. So you tell me, what are the things that people don't typically think would be good things to list in Q4, but are? You tell me what you think below, and we'll kind of add to that in the comments. I took a break for a second. Reagan's out there cleaning the chicken coop, and the cats are around her. And I've had fun kind of watching. I should probably go help, huh? Here's an item that this is kind of what I'm talking about here. Who would think of this being a Christmas gift? But you never know, right? I mean, I don't think it is, but this is this is an old calculator right there. TI calculator. It's tested, I like to show it tested. Right there, 1 + 1 = 2, or usually, a lot of times I'll take I think I did it with this one, and I'll just put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then it'll go across, and it shows that all of the things are working right there. So, anyway, this one sold for $9 plus shipping. I was hoping to get 10 out of these, but it looks like the market is going to sell at $9. This one went to a viewer. I paid $1, if you remember, from the Motherload sale. And by the way, that video has just blown up. I thank y'all so much for supporting the Picker channel as much as y'all do. This one here, $9, so it's gonna be about a $7 profit. We're gonna add it to our list, but we got a couple of video game sales coming up in a little bit. This one also went to a viewer, and that reminds me, later in this episode, I'm gonna give a thank you to somebody I forgot to thank, who paid a bunch of money for one of those Inaman. I always like to read those messages, and they didn't leave a message in the purchase like this. If you leave a message in the purchase, I see it when I'm gonna go ship it. They left it as a separate message. And I'm sorry, I don't want to sound like a jerk, but there's so many, I get so many personal messages in eBay. People just send me questions and stuff that I mostly ignore those because I'm trying to do eBay business, actually answering things about items and returns and all that stuff. So IG is the best place to do that. But I just wanted to definitely give a little shout out and a thank you. But let's do this one first. Amy. I was actually trying to find some of the Halloween stuff I saw in the Commonwealth cabin because I haven't listed. Actually, I've listed these two. Those are kind of cool. And although they're a little pricey to ship because of the length of that one, unfortunately. They're the little stands. Halloween decor sells. I got something the other day I just found that's really cool. I got a list too. When I stumbled on this calculator, remember playing with one like this at my granny's house when I was a kid. Your YouTube channel is my favorite, best YouTube channel. Okay, well, I don't know about that. Thank you very much. Hands down, she says. Amy, thank you very much, and we hope you enjoy the calculator. Next one, a couple of pins. I love selling pins. They're so easy to store, and they sell pretty good. This one's not to a viewer, I don't think, unless Tammy's a viewer, but there's no message. So I don't think it's a viewer, so. Don't Call Me Princess. Love it. I mean, don't you just love her character and Han Solo's character? I mean, just two great characters, for sure. And Yoda, of course. But those two played off each other so well. Anyway, $8 for those two pins. We're already in the pure profit. Paid, I think, 50 cents for the whole bag. So $8 plus shipping for that one. I took another break because Turner's out there trying to find 4-leaf clovers and talking to himself. All right, here we go. This came from Rich the auctioneer down there in Appomattox. These were one of the pleasant surprises because there were none listed. And I'm like, I have no idea what these are going to go for. But they actually go. I just put them out there for 30 and they've been selling okay. Clarity handset. Whoop. Jeez. Look at that. Good catch. Good save. And it's because I think those are big buttons on there. So I'm not sure why they're selling, but they're selling, and I'm happy. $30 plus shipping for that. Pretty good for a generic brand right there. As I turned off the camera, I figured it out. It says amplified. Large buttons, but amplified. So it's maybe for people that are a little hard of hearing out there. And this, some more pins sold. Let's make sure I get, I think this is it right here. Take Me Away, the UFOs, yin and yang. I'm not going to talk about Taoism, y'all. I promise. Chill. Love it. That's one of my favorite units, is talking about Asian philosophy. Just love it. Taoism and Shinto and Confucianism and Buddhism, and I just love that unit. It's pretty cool. This one right here sold for, I think, just $5 plus shipping, and it went to a viewer. Let me read the comment. So as you can see, my mistake of shutting down the store early, you're getting usually we get 10 to maybe 20% max viewer sales, but it's like 55% today. So love your channel and content. I'm in the process of making the leap into reselling and have learned a lot from watching you. You give some great advice and appreciate how much you involve your kids in the channel. Saw these pins in the store and thought my kids would like them for their school bags. I'll tell you what, that's why pins sell, Shannon. I see, and this is why I started picking them up, because my last few years teaching, more and more and more and more pins. You know, it's kind of cyclical. I used to see that stuff, and well, I didn't. I wasn't alive, but in the late 60s, 70s, you'd see that kind of everybody just putting their thoughts, their desires, their beliefs, all that stuff, they're just wearing it everywhere. And so pins, I think, are an outgrowth of that. So thank you, Shannon. I appreciate it. Let's talk about Q4 for just a second. I want to ask you a couple questions out there. Get your feedback. I had a lot of people last year saying, hey, eventually they just shut down during Q4 because the postal system was so tough. I had some people say that they shut down early for Q4 every year because they want to enjoy the holidays. To me, there's so much money to be made during this time that I can maybe see shutting down right before maybe Christmas or so, you know, maybe a week before, so you can start to enjoy that. But for me, now, as a full-time reseller, well, before really, that was how I paid for Christmas. You know, that's how I didn't have to go into debt and pay the credit cards off in January, is I was making more money in Q4 than I typically was, but all that money would go back into the holidays, buying the kids gifts, buying my wife gifts, whatever. And so I wouldn't come out in December being, you know, broke, being in debt. So let me know what you typically do in Q4. If you're new to reselling, you know, I wouldn't expect, depending on what you sell, and you old timers out there, let me know in the comments, what kind of a bump do you get? I think it's pretty realistic to say 10 to 20% of a bump in sales. Some people say, you know, it's 50%. They see a massive increase. I don't see that kind of increase ever. not in any time. But I also don't see the huge downturn in the summer slowdown either. So I'll take that balance, because I think it's because we sell so much different kind of eclectic things. So let me know if you have any particular strategies for Q4 other than list. Let me know if you like to shut down early, when you like to shut down, if you go full bore and then you start offering like one-day shipping as we get closer. Let me know your strategies. Tell me in the comments below, and we can all kind of share that knowledge. Sold 3 more games from the Motherload sale. This was Golden Sun. This one was a $40 game. I think free ship. I think. That's a pretty good one right there. Star Wars, these two sold. They're independent, but they sold to the same person, which means they might be a viewer, but I'm not certain, and I didn't see a message. So if you were, thank you very much for that. Star Wars, I think it's the right one. There was a couple of Star Wars. I got to double check. And the Berenstein Bears Spooky Old Tree. I love the Berenstein Bears. They were pretty good. Did you enjoy them? They should do like a live action, like they did Paddington with the Berenstein Bears. It's good stuff. So those sold for, I'm not quite sure, $16 maybe. But here we go. This is the grand. I put the totals in here earlier, so I had the numbers right. So profit 33 and profit 12 puts us to 1120 on the Motherload sale. That's well, we got to do some math. $400 profit so far. And you saw how many we had left. Still haven't listed. I think I've got 7 calculators to go. And I have all the handhelds. And I've had a few offers out there for all the handhelds that don't work. Put them in a lot and sell them off. So we'll probably do that. We'll have to test them all though first. By the way, handhelds and, well, video games. It's why we did these video games first. But the handhelds are also really, really good Christmas sellers. All video game stuff is good Christmas sellers. You also see a little higher return rate, I hate to say, at that time of year. But, you know, I guess it's because you're selling more. The next shed / building is going to be designed to hold incoming. This will all be listed. So the new building is going to be incoming and cleaning and photos. That's the plan. So I've been thinking a lot about photo tables, because now at this point, I've got Bubba, who is doing his own listings now for his own store and making his own money. I've got Reagan coming in here who's taking pictures, and we're paying her a little extra because she wants to make that extra money, because she's not making just bukus of money doing CommonwealthBigger.com. I don't know. I'm going broke paying her. And Bluebird's mama takes pictures. And when I want to take pictures, I mean, sometimes it's like somebody's taking pictures here, I'm taking pictures over here, somebody's taking pictures here. It's like, this isn't going to work. So I want to have 2 photo stations in the other building whenever we get that thing done. And so I've been watching. So here's Steve over there at Pick and Roll. I'm going to check this video out. I've got a few other folks out there who I really admire and appreciate what they're doing, and I'm going to ask them some questions as well. But I wanted to open up and let you tell me, or take a picture and send it to me on Instagram of your photo setup so I can get some ideas. All right, y'all, you would be surprised sometimes how little plush. Can I hold it for a minute, bud? This is like a keychain kind of thing. I don't know what the heck it is. You'd be surprised at how much they can go for if they're old enough. And that, who's that, Turner?
Crash Bandicoot.
That's right, Bandicoot. And that sold, believe it or not, I think I paid $1 for it. That thing sold for $35 plus shipping. That is awesome. Definitely enough for you to do what?
Save $1, spend $1, and donate $1. Bye.
Oh, no buy yet. I got to ask you a question. So, had some people ask me about your first game, your second game. So, your last game, did y'all win it?
Mm-hmm.
You did. Did you do good? Yeah. I had to miss it. You know why?
Why?
Well, you tell me. Why did I have to miss it?
Because you had to go to a yard sale.
That sounds terrible, doesn't it? Turner's games, most of them are on Saturday morning early. I'm like, man, that's the one day of the week I got to work. See, mama sends me messages all the time. So I can't wait, because I think I get to go to your next one. I'm excited about it. And you have a Tuesday one, too.
There were so many yard sales close
on the way to it. I should just go to them on the way there and back. 12 on the way to your game. Well, next time, maybe that's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm just going to go to the sales. I'm going to leave early and end up at your game and then hit some on the way back. What do you think? Awesome, buddy.
Bye.
I'm also awaiting payment on, well, I was awaiting payment on 3 things. Now it's down to 2. So these Barbie clothes, my wife, I'm like, just list them as a lot. Probably could have made more money separately, but man, what a headache. And we put them on auction, and they sold, and then the buyer didn't pay. And then we put them on auction again, and this time they paid. I was going to package them up and have them ready to go so that my dad, who doesn't really know what he's doing, sorry, Pop, wouldn't have to package anything, and I could walk him through printing the label if somebody paid while I was gone. And 2 other items as well, and they were, what were they? I think one's inside. It was a Friday the 13th Funko Pop. Hasn't been paid for yet, so I'll package that up just in case. And then some bug spray, like camping bug spray of some sort to protect equipment. I don't know what the heck it is, but it's sold. Bought a bunch of these generic chopper shirts. And they are generic. They're not branded, you know, Harley or anything like that, so you can't put it in there. It's just pretty generic. And I bought them for $1 a piece, I think, at the 100 Mile Yard Sale. And I have sold 1 until this one sold. The reason I did it is because there were multiples. Well, this one wasn't a multiple. It was the only one that was this size. And here's the front, but this is what I put a picture of on the back, or on the thumbnail, as the first picture of eBay, because it's a cooler picture than this. So, at any rate, sometimes y'all do that. Sometimes if it's a plain thing on the front, you know, it's not really appealing, you take a picture of the back. You tell people, like, here's the front, here's the back. But anyway, paid $1, sold for 11 plus shipping. Probably should have left all of those there. But having said that, I've probably broken even on the 2. And so we'll see how long it takes to sell those other ones. How many of y'all been around long enough to remember where we used to do the show in the cave, and every single day at the end of the video, I would give 25 thank yous, 30 thank yous, whatever it was, for the day. I mean, we were selling these things. We were selling so many of those every single day. Part of the reason we started doing auctions because it took up too much of the show. But I'm going to read 2 thank yous because I forgot to do it like 2 shows ago for Ron, and then one more here. So he says, this is my daughter's Olivia's 18th birthday. He sent a picture, by the way. Thank you. It was nice. This week, and that was I think last week, I couldn't think of a better gift than to give her a plug on your channel. So that's very awesome. Olivia, that was my grandmother's name as well. Love that name. He sent a picture of her senior class singing the national anthem at St. Mary's Springs. They won 7-0, by the way. He says, thanks for all the guidance. So thank you, and thank you to your family, and thank you, or happy birthday, a late birthday to Olivia. And of course, we hope he gets things moving for you. So one more thank you to give out here, and this is to the White House family. They purchased one of these. I got a kick out of reading this one. Glad to have one of these. Can't believe I was dumb enough to spend $140 on one. Hopefully this guy will generate some sweet Q4 sales. So I sent a nice little message back and said, hey, you should get it PSA graded and put it in a case, you know, my little card that I sign in there, and it'd be worth millions someday. Or like a $20,000 Beanie Baby. These are really Beanie Babies. Did you know that? They're beans. And they sit up really nice. They're pretty high quality, actually. So, 140. It'll pay dividends so many times. I mean, stuff's just going to fly out of your eBay store. He even teased me about that. Keep making the content, and we'll keep stealing your suggestions. Thank you to the White House family. We appreciate it. All right, right before I'm walking out the door here, I get a sale, and I don't have to ship these today, but I'm going to because it's a nice sale. If you remember when I was in Cincinnati for the reseller rally, I ended up buying these vintage Yves Saint Laurent shoes, and so I was with Matt, part-time picker, and OBX picker Eric, and these guys right here sold for $100 plus shipping. So I didn't want to keep this person waiting, so we're gonna send them out. I think they're going to Colorado. Awesome sale on the way out the door. Pay for a nice dinner on our little trip.
Hi guys, I'm Reagan, and we have a few CommonwealthPair.com sales. So we only have one today, actually, and it is from Johnny. He got a yellow We Get Things Moving shirt and a We Get Things Moving sticker. Thank you so much, and don't forget to get your sticker at CommonwealthPicker.com.
Hey, really quick thank you to anybody out there, all of you who support our channels in any way, picker, flipper, auctions, whatever it is that you watch. Thank you so much. We do appreciate it. Using the affiliate links, American Bubble Boy, any of that stuff is very, very much appreciated. And we won't ever forget that we're here because of all of you. So thank you very much. See you in a couple days. It probably won't even seem like I left, I hope, if I do this right. So, oh, hey, and don't forget, I think over there on American Arbitrage, the giveaway for the Animan, the coffee mug, and he's giving away something as well. I think if this is set up right, you should go over there and do that. So thank you all for joining us, and we can't wait to see you next time.
Hi guys, my name's Reagan, and we're back with some Commonwealth comedy. So today's joke is, what do you call a crocodile that is also a detective? An investigator. Also, I just wanted to show you, we got a shipment of shirts in, and if you do order a shirt and it's not the original color, it's because they didn't have any more of this color in some sizes, so we did have to get these. It will be returning back to normal pretty soon, but if you get one, this is what they're going to look like. Not all of them, but most of them. Bye.